What would you say the percentage of like the 70 people are like very disappointed in this experience?
There was
so far?
probably about 20 people that weren't disappointed. They were more or less not even sure what they paid. They were given like a gift. Like the one guy was like, he was like him and his wife unemployed because of the strike, and he's like, she got it for me for my birthday. It's like $4,000, and I'm like,
I gotta stick around.
My heart's breaking. Like my heart's breaking, and I'm like, because I already have a plan. You'll know the plan later.
Here's the difference.
How much is the package again?
$5,000.
No. The whole no. It was, you were going to pay $3,000, right? Or is it 5 grand?
35.
No, 35.
35.
35. Okay, just keep talking. Sorry.
All right. So, but speaking of gift, though, if someone like, here's the thing: if you're an 18-year-old kid or something and you're interested in comedy, just graduated from high school, someone got you this as a graduation gift or something, I probably would be like, "Wow, that's awesome," because you don't know anything yet.
It'd be amazing.
You know what I mean? You're like, let's go
it.
to LA. Yeah, awesome. Like that seems appropriate. Or it's the person that's retired and has nothing to do.
Yeah.
Fine, I get that. But then there's the middle in between people that are like unsure, they're really working on it, like you, or someone that got it as a gift as a reluctant thing, and they're like, "What the fuck is this shit?" So there's a mix of people that are getting ripped off or embarrassed to take it, or really do want to take it.
Everybody
I mean, basically, this is a grift in the sense that it's $3,500. You said that's for the lowest package. You said 70 people or so were there, right? So that's $245,000 for 3 days worth of work.
Yep.
Wow.
This guy, David Fishof, is making over $320,000 doing this.
Yeah.
I would say.
Probably because the other people are paying $5,000. I'm not even including that. I'm just including the lowest number of it all.
This guy is a business guy. He doesn't know anything about comedy. It seems like he's making over $300,000 doing this thing. It's a cash grab. Like and then Carolla throws his name on it. Leno. I feel like Leno didn't really know what he was getting into.
I'll wait till I tell you his
all right. So all right. He wants you to come back for day 3, right? Day 3.
Like, I told him, I'm like, listen, because it was Adam was coming up to talk about his podcast, which I walked out halfway through because he pretty much was doing like a set to actually somebody who listens to the show. He's like, he's kind of doing a show. He's like, did
he just record a podcast now, or he did?
I don't even think he recorded the podcast.
He definitely didn't record it because I would have listened to it.
Yeah. But he pretty much says the guy that was sitting next to us, like he's not giving us anything.
Talks about how he was working as a construction worker, and then Jimmy Kimmel, and then the boxing match, the Reseda, the Bleeda and Reseda.
It's everything you could have. It's everything you could. It's everything you could have read from one of his books or heard on his podcast or whatever.
So I was like, all right, I'm out.
How he met Kimmel.
Yeah. All right, so everyone's paying for rehashed shit that's on YouTube, pretty much. All right, so Carolla does his thing, and then you leave after that.
Yeah, then I leave, and then they're like, "Oh, well, Jay, come back. Jay's coming tonight.
Jay
you should
Leno.
come see Jay."
Right.
I was like, you know what? I'm like, all right. It was actually like a 2-hour thing, so I come back for Jay.
Yeah, why not?
Jay comes on stage, does Jay for 30 minutes. When I say Jay told other people's jokes. He'd be like, well, back in the day, Rodney would say, and you'd tell a Rodney Dangerfield joke. Or Bill would say, and you'd tell it. So that's all he did. He wasn't telling anything original. He would just pretty much was spewing off, but he was giving them credit. Like,
right.
I mean, I think it was everybody who was dead, but he was telling their jokes.
Right, he's telling
Sitting
stories.
down, and then he's like, are we good? And it was like 30 minutes in, and the guy's like, well, can you take some questions? He's like, okay. He's like, all right.
Wow.
He's hesitant. He's fucking out. Jay is out at this point.
He did 30 minutes ish, and he wanted to leave.
So this is what shocked me about the whole thing was that I'm like, oh my God, like maybe he knows. So anyways, they have 2 people come up to do one joke. He gives them a little thing, and then somebody asked him a question, and his response was like, Hollywood's hard. He's like, I'll just find what you really like and do that. That was his advice to everybody.
Hey guys, this thing, this is all fantasy. It's a fantasy.
How much money does Jay Leno need, really?
That's what I was like. So no. So here's the best. So now I walk over to David and I'm like, you're not fucking getting $1 from me, dude. I was like, that's it, dude.
You say this.
Yeah, I'd say to him, I go, and I hear he's like, give me a minute. He goes behind the curtain and he's talking to Jay. Jay's like, what do you mean I got to take pictures? He's like, Jay, I told these guys you're going to take pictures with them.
Wow.
Blah, blah, blah. Jay's like, you can see Jay's pissed. I'm looking right at him. I'm like, oh, wow, man, look how pissed Jay is. So finally he's like, so it's like 15 minutes going on back there. Finally, Jay breaks. He's like, he looks out and there's a line lined up to go take a picture.
Yeah, dude, because he's getting a chunk of change to do this thing.
So
right?
Is he getting a chunk of
I
change?
guarantee he is.
On it, dude.
I think he was probably being nice, no?
Are you fucking kidding me? Come on.